Are we live?
I will tell you now in a second.
We're live. Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Hi, everyone.
You're such a weirdo.
Hey, Finn and Meg, how are you?
Hey, guys. How are you? Thanks for joining in.
Hold on 1 second. I'm breaking stuff here, but it's okay.
Lee was meant to have all this planned earlier on, and
Yeah, I didn't do
and
it.
didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Oopsies. Okay, so we're here. We're Gucci. What's up, Tyke? How are
Hey,
you?
Tyke, how are you?
Ireland flag. Yup, the Tyke.
So I suppose we just wanted to come on today and I don't know, have a little chat, have a little travel Q&A about 2021 plans, and at past we're going to have Mulvey on.
I'm Mulvey. Yeah, we're gonna
have Mulvey on.
Mulvey,
Yeah. He's actually traveling at the moment. He's been traveling for the last 6 months throughout the pandemic. So it'd be good to kind of get his perspective on what travel's been like kind of over
pretty cool.
Over the past 6 months. I think he's traveled. Where has he been? A lot of Europe and now
Italy, Ukraine, Albania, Turkey, Serbia, somewhere else in Europe, wasn't there?
Macedonia.
It was
Macedonia.
Macedonia. Then he went
and now
to Mexico.
He was 3 months in Mexico, and now he's in Colombia. So he's traveling around South America, and he's been working remotely and able to do it. And that would be the dream, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was going to pick his brain about what we can do to be able to do that.
Get a couple of tips off him, and
that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be very, very nice.
I suppose we start off with our plans for the year.
Yeah, our plans are pretty much like do what he's done.
Literally.
In a nutshell.
So, obviously, Ireland is still in lockdown at the moment, which is kind of annoying. We can't really do much. And that's kind of the main reason we're doing this live today as well, because we've not been able to go out and explore and do things and see things. And
we're sad about it.
I'm actually only out of isolation as well. Both my parents had COVID, so I was locked up away from the world like Rapunzel for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks we couldn't see each other.
Yeah, so obviously we've not been able to go out and
devastating
explore. And then like the last 2 days, and we were like, oh, we'll go out and we'll get things done, and it's been lashing rain.
Well, we kind of got a little mini viral video.
We did get a little mini viral video.
We set up a TikTok for the Borders account instead of just our own one, because we were like, you know what? Instead of us posting them all the time as us, let's just post it as Borders. And let me check what it's on at the moment.
Something Lee's a little bit obsessed with.
Just a little bit, because I want to make sure this is perfect. We are currently on 92,000 views, 227 followers, and 9,461 likes.
There you go. So what happened was he actually went down to Bray Seafront. If anybody in Ireland knows Bray Seafront, it's really popular, and we're lucky to have it within our 5 kilometers. We went down yesterday, and there was this, what people are calling like a phenomenon. It's called sea foam, but like you see it a lot during storms, like at the edge of the like the waterfront. But this had literally
all the way onto the promenade.
Had come up onto the promenade. It was like someone had like forgotten to turn off a bubble bath. It was everywhere, wasn't it? It was
like someone put fairy liquid into the sink and just left the tap on.
Yeah, it was crazy. But so yeah, we went down, and like we weren't prepared. I was in my suede runners. Lee was in white runners.
Yeah, lovely new white runners.
But yeah, just decided. I just got a couple of videos, just as normal, and decided to make a little TikTok out of it. And
it done well.
It done
mega well.
Yeah.
Mega well.
But yeah. So like, what our plans for the next couple of weeks are anyway? It's just kind of explore within our 5 kilometers. Like we done an awful lot of that last year during the first lockdown. So they're really
nowhere left to go.
There's not much left to see and do. So
we need to get creative.
Yeah. If anybody remembers our lockdown videos last year, we got quite creative.
Yeah, a little bit loopy.
We went to Disneyland, and we went to Italy, and we went to Hawaii. Not really, obviously.
Virtually.
We're
still done it. So
yeah,
it's always good.
Huh?
It's always good when you still do it.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we decided to book flights.
Sorry if you can hear people screaming in the background, by the way. I'm going to go and punch them.
And we decided the other day to book flights because we were like, do you know what? It will just make us feel better and make us happy if we just book flights.
Have something to look forward to.
And we're going to Colombia.
Colombia, hey. We're going to Bogota.
into Bogota in Colombia. So our
Bogota
plan is to
in
actually
Colombia.
travel around South America for a couple of months. And yeah, do and see loads there. So really looking forward to that. Just up and leave, one-way flight.
Let's see what happens.
See what happens. So if you've ever been to South America, we would love some tips. It's very loud, Charlie.
So that's what we're gonna get a lot of tips off Mulvey too, because he's there at the moment.
Can people hear you properly if you're that far back?
Yeah, they should be able to still hear me.
Okay, good.
You're definitely gonna be able to hear them screaming out there. So
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, so our plans are go to Colombia first, and then we're thinking do Ecuador, maybe go over to the Galapagos,
yeah, definitely.
do Peru, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay,
Bolivia,
Brasilia. Finish off in Brazil.
finish up Brazil.
The only problem is at the moment, Tyke can hear Lee. That's good to know. Thanks, Tyke. I have it here, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it hasn't appeared up here yet.
No,
No,
it
it hasn't
hasn't.
appeared up here yet.
I don't know.
That's weird. I don't like that.
Stop moving on the noisy chair.
Sorry. Hey.
I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, COVID is really bad in South America at the moment. I know. Woohoo!
You can hear me.
I know Brazil is really bad, and especially I know here in Ireland they've stopped people
Coming from Brazil.
coming
Yeah.
from Brazil because there's a new strain and it's really bad. And
So we might need to think about somewhere else to fly in from. Fly home
yeah,
from.
but that's like almost a year from now. We're kind of really hoping because people are saying to us, "Are you mad? Like going away the way things are at the moment."
Yeah, a little bit mad, yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit mad.
Mad in a good way though. We're all mad here.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, we're just it's August. It's 8 months from now. Anything can happen 8 months from now. That's the way. Well, sorry, 7 months from now. And anything can happen 7 months from now.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, my voice is breaking. I'm sorry. I'm very tired today.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Great song.
Anything can happen.
But yeah,
Headbutt.
I'll help with you now in a minute.
I fully believe you.
I wonder if anybody else has any questions on Instagram. Let me go have a
Yeah,
look.
let's go have a quick look at that. Won't you want somebody love? I'm gonna be sick of hearing that song by the time we're
Yeah.
finished.
So we were just making out of the reel before we came on, and
We're gonna be sick of the song by the time
yeah,
it's
just
done.
doing editing on it. Let me see.
Any question for ourselves, please?
Any questions?
Any
Probably not.
question? There is
No
no
questions. It's been
questions.
nice.
Oh, that's
Oh, well.
upsetting. Rip in the chat.
COVID could get worse. It could get worse in August, Tyg.
You're dead right.
We really don't know what way it's going to go. Could get better, it could get worse. But you know, the flights are booked, and we're just going to see what happens. It's just something for us to look forward to. And
If we have to cancel, we have to cancel.
if we have to cancel, we have to cancel. Yeah.
I also want to move this camera because it's bugging me out how low down on it we are.
Well, go you go off you go. So. Hello.
There we go. That's better.
That's better.
Now you can actually see us.
No, you can't because we're blurry. Oh no, we're not.
So when we do that, our faces aren't covered.
Sure.
Okay, well, no, don't, no, stop. I'm breaking everything.
Mr. Mulvey should be on Zoom.
Mr. Mulvey should be on soon, and then we can annoy him a lot.
Yep.
Hey, Martin, how are you?
How are you doing today?
Yeah, so basically the plan for us is go to Bogota, stay for a week or so in Bogota, travel around Colombia a bit, and then realistically we're probably going to do like what, Ecuador next or Venezuela next maybe.
Ecuador, I'd say. Venezuela. Or either Venezuela and Ecuador. Depends what way you
Yeah,
want to
so
move.
we could either go right or left.
The reason we chose Colombia to go to first out of all of them was because the flights were cheapest.
Yeah,
So we were like, where are we going? Like the flights to Brazil weren't
they weren't
too much
they weren't
more
expensive, but they weren't cheap either.
Yeah, I think
They were like 600, I think. Each
Rio
one
was more expensive, but Sao Paulo was pretty much similar to
to Bogota,
Bogota. The way we're looking at the map, we kind of thought it'd be good to start up the top,
and we'll
move our
go.
way down on the west
West
coast, like,
Coast and then-
towards Chile, over to Argentina, to the Falkland Islands, which I really, 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 really want to go to.
Because I really, 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 really want to.
I really, really, really want to zigzag at.
Yeah.
But no, I really want to go to the Falkland Islands because they have penguins there,
Little penguins.
and I love penguins.
Little
Did you know
penguins.
that?
No, I never knew you like penguins. No, never
I
in
do.
my entire life would have guessed you like
Yeah.
penguins.
I love penguins. I actually have
That's
penguin
news
tattoo.
to me. Do you know? That's actually news to me. Do you
Have
know?
you ever seen my penguin tattoo?
No, never. No,
Never,
no,
okay.
no, never.
Yeah, I love penguins.
Oh, excuse me. Like, I actually kind of hope the microphone picked that up because that'd be funny.
You're disgusting.
I know, but I hope I picked it up.
There's actually what I have to put up with all the time. Like,
Yeah, well, it's your fault for being here. Mwah. It's your own fault. You had plenty of chances to run away and you didn't take them.
I'm just too lazy.
Well, your fault, not mine.
Come here. Oh, Tig, the penguins. I love penguins.
Penguin! Little penguin!
I'm a penguin. I walk like a penguin as well.
Yes, you do.
Actually, if we look back at some of our vlogs, just look at the way I walk. I'm going to shuffle like a penguin. It's not, it's my feet.
Especially when you're hurrying, it's kind of like...
It's not, it's because my feet are, I don't walk straight. My feet kind of do this when I walk. That's normal people's feet, and that's my feet.
So normal people's feet go like that when they're walking. Leah's got like that.
I have little legs.
Go to penguins. You're a penguin.
I'm a penguin. They're my spirit animal.
Moving on.
What's your spirit animal be? What's your spirit animal be?
Probably a shark.
Why?
Because I like sharks.
Yeah, but you have to like feel like why? Like, do you feel like you're a shark?
I don't feel like I'm an animal. I feel like I'm a human. That's a lie. I don't feel like
That
I'm
was just about to say you definitely don't.
No.
You're definitely not a human.
That's true. I feel like I don't belong on this planet. If that
Oh,
helps.
so you're an alien.
Yeah.
Finn and Meg, it's not coming up on this. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sure.
They said we were meant to leave again on a one-way trip in 2 weeks, but ended up being cancelled because it's so risky at the moment. Hopefully in 7 months it'll be okay. Oh, guys, because I know you were saying you were meant to go to Bali.
Bali would be
Yeah, they were saying they were going to go to Bali.
That'd be unbelievable.
And you were due to fly at the start of the month, wasn't it? And then it got postponed.
That's actually
Bali closed
heartbreaking.
their borders, I think.
That's actually heartbreaking.
So, like, are you just cancelled, like, full-time, or have you postponed it, or what way are you kind of, like, looking to go? That'd be really annoying, wouldn't it? We were actually due to move to Canada this month. That was our original plan for 2021. We applied for our visas last July.
June, you did, I did July.
Yeah, and the plan, that sounds better. I was very muffled.
What?
I had the 2 headphones over. I was very muffled.
But you can't hear it in your
But I was muffled. Yeah, anyway. But just shut up.
I'm confused.
But yeah, so the plan was to move to Canada, and on the way we were actually going to go the opposite way and go to Australia first, because my niece was turned 1 this month and I've still not met her. So that was the plan. Why did you move back? I can't remember anymore.
Because I'm going to go out and grab my Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't bring some stupid. Back in a sec. You chat away to nice peeps.
Okay. But yeah, so the plan was to go to Australia first, meet my niece, travel the east coast of Australia a little bit, something I've done before, and if you've never done it, I'd highly recommend it. It's out of this world, absolutely unbelievable. But Lee's never done it, so obviously I wanted to get him to experience it. And then from there, we're going to go to Canada and live there for a year. But now we're still stuck in Ireland, and we're still in lockdown, almost a year on from being in lockdown. So yeah, it's pretty shit. What did you just do?
Smack me something in the head.
You're a dope.
Ow. That wasn't nice. You keep
Meg.
getting caught. No.
We were meant to move to Bali. That got postponed. So we decided to head to Dubai. Ended up cancelling because of all the Drano influence and the spike in cases. Yeah, I've heard about all like the influence has gone over. We actually know somebody who's over there at the moment.
Take your time, Ovi.
But that's pretty crappy. But even if you were due to go over there full time, would you not? I know it's kind of annoying. Like they're saying, "Oh, why would you leave in the middle of the pandemic?" But if you're not coming back,
exactly. If you're not coming back, I probably just would have went. But
hopefully, you get to go soon, though, guys.
My sister was meant to go to Australia, but she cancelled 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, she was due to go in September, wasn't she?
Yeah, very, very annoying.
And now they're basically saying they're not letting anybody
until 2022 at the very earliest.
Yeah, so at least another year.
So that's a minimum of a year before she can go. Yeah.
I can understand it.
Yeah, they're doing it the right way.
They're doing it the right way, yeah. Like something Ireland should have done months ago. And now they're only thinking of, quarantine.
They're not even thinking about doing that either. There's
talks of it, but
Won't happen.
No, I don't think it will. And here, like even Australia actually came out there today. Perth had one community transmitted case, and they have shut the place down for 5 days. They're like, one case, no, we can't have that. No one else is going to get it. These are all going to lock down for 5 days. That's how proper leadership runs a country. Like they don't want anybody else to get it.
But we don't have leaders. We have money hungry mongos.
Yep. Yeah. God forbid they couldn't make their money on travel.
This is it. Yeah.
But sure, look, what can we do?
Sure, what was Rebecca came out and said, we're not going to be stopping, we're not going to be closing borders because that means people won't be able to go on their summer holidays.
They said
what
we're
that
not
means
going
is
to.
you
No,
can't go on your summer holidays.
we're not going to introduce the 2-week. If we introduce the 2-week quarantine, we will. That means that people. Do you want to close up the kitchen door?
Yeah, I was going to have them stop screaming.
Close up the door. Yeah, I think if we introduce a 2-week quarantine, I think that would be great, but they're not going to do it. Like he came out the other day and he said, well, if we introduce 2-week quarantine, that means people can't go on their summer holidays because they won't have enough holidays from work. It's like, well, yeah, that's the point of it. To introduce it so people won't
fuck off willy-nilly.
Yeah, exactly. And like by then, it might be all right by the summer. So anyway, I don't know. Look, we kind of did hope to get in a couple of little trips before we go in August, but I really can't see that happening. A couple around Ireland, maybe, but
we might do.
Hey, the country isn't opening back up. It's pubs until the end of May.
We might do.
You keep dreaming, love. You keep dreaming.
I want to go fucking way. Like,
we've not been on a plane since October
like
2019.
Like,
yeah,
in 3 months.
October
Fucking long
2019.
time.
Like, we knew that we weren't going to go away much last year because we were like, no, we're saving to go to Canada. We'll just
we still expected about 2 trips at least away. Like,
right,
not fucking nothing at all. Like.
But if you hadn't known it was going to come, we would have gone away in January, February last year.
Yeah. Like, I got away in February. I was in Manchester for a match with a few lads and my dad, and it was like, it was deadly. Like, we didn't know to what extent it actually was. It was the second last home game United played. Second last game United played before the whole break in the Premier League. And I was actually trying to get tickets for me and Leah to go over to the United City Derby.
Yes.
But I had the tickets secured, but it was getting there was the problem.
Yeah, we were going to get a boat, weren't we?
Flights were stupid money. The boat was cheap, but it would have meant that we were making it to Manchester for half an hour before the game, providing nothing went wrong.
And there could have been possibilities of the boat getting delayed or anything.
Providing nothing went wrong, we were.
When was that meant to be for? Was that March?
Yeah, no, February. It was the week after.
Yes, I remember that now.
Because it was the week before we went to Clare, or else the week after we went to Clare.
Yes, I remember that actually, yeah. Then we went to Clare, that was fun, during the storm.
Kira was a bully.
It's not Kira.
Yeah, she was a bully. I don't like her.
She stopped us going to the Aran Islands. We were meant to go to the Aran Islands.
And nearly blew us off the Cliffs of Moher.
Nearly blew us off the Cliffs of Moher, yeah.
That was a little viral video yet.
It was actually.
I went to actually go back.
United fan, we're out.
We're out. No need for that now. No need for that.
Who do you guys support? I feel like it's going to be Liverpool fans.
Yeah, I feel like it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Liverpool all over. Yeah, I'm gone. Just gang up
Tigers
on
and
us.
Tigers and Arsenal fan.
All right, just gang up on us. Then. That's sound. Yeah. I feel like nobody wants United to win the league. Nobody.
Maybe you.
No, but like United fans.
Yeah, Tigers and Arsenal fans.
Arsenal, yeah.
My house is all Arsenal fans.
I thought as much my friend.
Oh, look, Moby's here.
And Chelsea fans.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll give you that. So, I think if you put this and then you can
see. Oh, wait, stop. We have a wild movie appearing. Oh, movie. How are you?
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, sound. I'm in Bogota at the minute for a few days.
And where are you flying out to next, or is that a secret?
If I get in, Ecuador.
You have to get. Where are we going? Oh,
you do? Yeah, come over. Ecuador. If we get in, we should get in. We've got the negative tests. It'll be all good.
Fingers crossed. The Galapagos down for as well, is it?
if we get into there too. You need another test to get in there, so we need to get
Really?
to Quito, take another test. Then we've got everything else sorted. There's loads of stupid forms you need to sign and that all done.
So it's just once you get your PCR test, you should be good to go.
Should be. So we've got this negative one that we got yesterday. That'll get us into the country, and then we need another one within a few days of landing.
Is it a 2-week quarantine thing you have to do, is it, or no?
No, nothing.
And is your plan to stay in Quito for a few days, or are you flying in there straight over? Or
No, we were going to fly in and then have one day and fly out, because somebody wrote that you can use the same PCR test if you're in time. So we could have used the one from Colombia to get into Galapagos as well.
right,
But,
okay.
I spoke to somebody who lives in Galapagos, and they said, no, it needs to be an approved lab of Ecuador, taken in Ecuador. So I've have to take 2. It happens. Just add it to your budget.
I suppose with the Galapagos as well, it's such a preserved kind of flora and fauna that they probably don't want any risk of anything coming in. Like,
Yeah, you can't take any food, nothing.
oh really?
No.
That's the way it should be as well.
No tea bags?
For such.
I don't know. That's what I've been thinking. So I'm waiting for a response from the Airbnb host saying you've got black tea or whatever.
So what's black tea in Spanish again? Chai negro or something?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
don't say that on your stream.
Don't say that, Miss Dream.
It's Spanish.
Yeah, but your language is in English. It'll write that word on your subtitles.
Fair enough.
So anybody who doesn't know, this is Mulvey. And Mulvey has been traveling, as we said, for the last 6 months, is it now?
6 months, like last week or 2 weeks ago.
That's mad.
Yeah.
And Mulvey, you've actually been, I know you're finishing up now, but you've been vlogging every single day, which is amazing.
Every day travel vlogging since the 1st of August. But if you remember, I was doing them indoor ones every day since lockdown, March.
Yeah. What did we have? We had
workout ones and all,
the workout ones, and then
bleaching the towels.
Oh, stop! They were literally like plucking things from thin air. What are we going to put up today?
Yeah, just to keep yourself entertained.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was all the GeoGuessr ones. They were good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them.
Yeah, I've moved them off the channel and put them onto a brand new channel that people can watch. Because what happened was, I gained a GeoGuessr following, and as soon as I started putting travel stuff out, they disappeared.
Right, okay, yeah.
So I've made a new GeoGuessr channel, so they might go find that. It's not worth going to watch unless you're into GeoGuessr.
You should start
is
putting
pretty
up,
good,
like, if you ever have to do 2-week quarantine or anything, in any of the countries you're going to along the way, just throw a couple of them up.
Yeah.
Keep GeoGuessr people entertained.
Yeah, you never know.
Do you pay for GeoGuessr though? Do you?
No, it's free. No, you just do
run
one
thing a day.
Yeah. Which is, I suppose, if you're only doing it for a video one a day, is more than enough.
Yeah.
No, I had seen that there is an option with the paid option that you can actually do like GeoGuessr Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a few of your friends in, everyone gets knocked out. Someone gets knocked out each round if you don't guess the country that it's actually in, and
yeah,
it looks really fun. Like it'd be good fun to actually play with a few lads or a few whatever it is.
I paid for it 1 month when I was doing all them videos because I needed to do a few a day.
Yeah.
But the only difference you got then was you could create your own maps, because I remember you guys having a go at my map. Trying to figure out where.
That didn't go well for me.
I thought it was good. Sorry, I'm just going to retweet or I'll tweet there. Just nice.
Okay.
See if anyone comes on. I can't see who's on, can't see any of the chat, nothing.
Just not going on. It's nobody's been chatting since you come on, Mulvey. So you're obviously
you're
scared everybody away.
You're intimidating them, yeah. Well, yeah, no, I said we try this out because you can bring comments up on the screen and stuff as well with it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mulvey, what do you miss most about home, being traveling? Or do you miss anything about home?
No, like solid fast internet. That's it.
I love that. Do you want to know what the best thing about that was? You're like solid fast internet.
You froze literally at that
Perfect
moment.
timing, like.
I've got 200 meg that download and upload speed. Yeah, it shouldn't be bad. It should be. Yeah, it's insanely fast here.
That's pretty good.
That's really
Tyke's
good.
still there.
Tyke's still here. Yeah.
Do you not miss like tea from home? No.
Well, it's better at
when you're
home,
away?
but it's not, you can get it. You just have to look for it. It's just not common here.
Yeah. So again, a lot of It'd be mainly Ireland and England, Ireland and the UK. That'd be the main
What's this?
drinkers.
Hindu Tay Original.
Say original.
Fair.
It's okay. It's not great.
Like even when I lived in Australia, I'm just glad
Glad
Martin
Martin got a full good
Fisher, I was
haircut.
actually I was literally just about to ask that question. Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, got it in Medellin.
Oh, that's how you say
Yeah, I just kept. I called it
Medellin.
Medina the other day. I was like, wait, that's not right.
I just called it Medellin.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
Medellin. Well, I've always called it Medellin, but the Colombians call it Medellin. Accent
The end
different.
to change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, they are. Everyone's admiring your haircut.
Sound. Yeah, it took a while. Like the mask and the beard. Like my beard used to come out the side of the mask. Then I'd take it off and I'd have this like.
You didn't even see exactly.
I know the feeling.
Like having this little like perm or something. to
Yeah.
it.
Walking along the mask here, the beard would be coming out around it like that and around
Underneath. Yeah.
Had you got a cut in Mexico or anything, or was this your first time?
I got it cut in Macedonia, then Turkey, then
You have to get a chop off Turkish barbers, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I did, yeah, that one was fine.
You have to do that.
I must have got it cut in Mexico. I can't remember, but I was there for 3 months, so I must have done.
You must have done that once
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I definitely got it. I got it cut in. Yeah, no, I did Mexico City. Yeah,
The place you stayed for all of 2 days.
yeah. I think we were there for a week, but I didn't enjoy it. Turkish
Turkish
rolls.
He's gone. You were just getting abuse here since you came on.
Yeah.
Fisher and Mulvey, they're best friends.
I know.
Best friends. But yeah, what was it about? Like, why? What was the worst thing about Mexico City? Because you hear so much about it.
Well, the main thing that made us definitely leave wasn't the party because we could have left. Johnny G's here.
Hi, Johnny G.
That's nice to know.
I hope there's bubbles.
So there was an all-night party in the apartment across, and that was terrible. But we could have moved apartments. But Mexico City closed down. Everything was closed.
So is
All
that why you didn't
restaurants.
like it, or do you think if it hadn't have been fully closed down, you would have enjoyed it more?
I would have went and done something else for the other 2 weeks or whatever we were supposed to be there. Because it added more flight costs on and more hotel costs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about privately before, even though I can afford to spend more money, I just don't want to. I'm tight.
Just a little
Where
bit.
if it means having been able to spend more time away and keep saving as well while you're at it, maybe as well.
Exactly.
Do it on a budget.
Fish
you're
is
like-
spot on there with Cancun. It's just built for Americans. So everywhere you walk, somebody's trying to sell you something, no matter where you look.
We're like proper, like on the like trying to get you into their shops, that type of thing.
Yeah, literally dragging you in and like following you down the street. But that's their job. Yeah.
I suppose like it is a real tourist destinations, and they know they're going to get tourists in, like, and
Yeah.
drag them in. Oh look, go buy yourself a sombrero.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was
exactly.
different in every other city in Mexico, but Cancun, it's just hectic constantly.
Do you think it was more because it was more commercialized, or
Yeah, and everything's double the price. Everything.
really?
Yeah, it's mad. Like Fisher just said, getting a haircut was £3. That was just that wasn't in the hotel zone. That was in like downtown, but it was so much cheaper in like Guadalajara, Mexico City, and stuff.
That's crazy. Like £3.
Yeah.
That's expensive, as per se, like compared to the rest of the.
Like, where's been the favourite place you've been to since you left 6 months ago?
I always say Skopje in Macedonia's boss, just because there's loads of stuff to do and it's open, so you're never stuck in a big crowd. And everyone's friendly. They're all trying to be more modern rather than being like the old Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
And if you then want to go somewhere hectic, you can literally walk over the little bridge over the river and go to the Turkish kind of bit and get harassed in the markets there.
Just landed back home. You guys should definitely do Barbados.
Yeah, I've seen Fisher's like photos
I'd love to do that.
of hot dog or legs when he's at the pool and stuff. But I never knew where he was. So Barbados, amazing. And did I'm sure Mulvey, you can probably answer this as well. Did you fly home after Mexico, Fisher, and come back, or did you go straight from there to Barbados?
Yeah, he flew back with Sam, and then he flew out to Barbados like I don't know, a week or two ago.
Amazing.
Yeah, along with Skopje, I'd put Acapulco up there because it gets so much grief for being dangerous, but it's not.
Yeah, you were saying that a lot in your vlogs that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say, oh, it's all cartel, it's all gangs, you shouldn't go. But like from your videos, it seemed
Really nice.
fine.
No, it was
Apart from
dead
the crazy
safe.
buses, but like,
You know, you see in the video I did with Kurt that I met there, Kurt Kaz. He went to do a video up in the barrio, up in the favelas, and within about a minute of being there, he got told to leave. He was like, the guy was like, "You're gonna get killed if you're in here."
wow.
But he ventured off into cartel zones, so it's his own fault.
Yeah.
Like I know he's been saying that when we go to Brazil, he'd love to go to the favelas to play football with the locals. But of course, you're probably
you
going to
need
have
to
to
get a
do
guide.
research. Yeah, research into it where it's actually safe.
You need a
safe
guide to bring
go.
you in. Like, you're not just going to wander yourself.
Yeah.
You would.
I probably would, but that's again my own fault.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, I say that to everyone. If I get in some sort of issue, it's my fault. Don't copy me unless you want to make a stupid decision yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Kieran stayed another 3 weeks. She's fair play to him.
Well, for some,
If
isn't
you
it?
can.
Yeah.
Look, if
Can't
you
complain.
can do it, you can
Exactly.
do it. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Like, it
either
just shows-
being sat at home or sat somewhere else. If you like, I posted that poll today. 2 questions: can you work remotely from your job? Yes or no. Can you work flexible hours? Yes or no. If the answer is yes to both, then you can go travel.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've said to a few people that obviously we've booked their flights, and they're like, why are you going? It's in the middle of a pandemic, and oh, you're gonna have to quarantine when you get back. We're not planning to come back anytime soon. And then like they're like, oh, but it's dangerous over there. Anywhere is dangerous. Every country has a dangerous like place. My dad kind of freaked out when I told him. He's like, oh, and you'll change your mind. I was like, I'm not changing my mind. I've never been to South America. I'm going to South America. And again, as long as we do things right, like yourself from your videos, as long as you're doing the right things and not actively going to get yourself into trouble, going to dodgy places, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You're not going to see anywhere if you're, afraid to go.
Just don't be stupid, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I am very stupid, so I could be in trouble.
But I suppose, and for anybody who doesn't follow Mulvey on Instagram, he'd put up, somebody asked him how much he'd spent in the last 6 months, and it was just over £11,000.
Yeah, not a lot.
between two years. Like we were shocked at that. That's nothing.
I was literally saying, Leah had read it and she was like, "Oh, how much do you reckon he spent?" I was like, about 20. It must be about 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's in euros. So you're probably thinking about 17,000.
So about £17,000 or so, like, but £18,000 maybe, but it's still nearly double what you end up spending.
Yeah. It's just and we haven't really scrimped that much, especially when Fisher was there. We spent so much money because he's like, "Oh, let's go do this. Let's go do this."
He's so cheap. Come here, but Meaty gets to stay away longer. I wouldn't be. Fisher also asked, main question: when is Dublin open? Honestly, no idea. They're saying that the restaurants and hotels will be open back up end of May, start of June.
So
we're literally full on lockdown again.
Pubs will be back on 2026 probably.
Wet pubs, as they're calling them over here, pubs that don't sell food. They've been closed since last March. They've not opened up at all since last March, and they've only had restaurants or gastro pubs and stuff like that open up. But they've all been closed again since just before Christmas Eve, wasn't it? Yeah. And no plans to the 5th. We're in lockdown until the 5th of March, and then after that we don't really know what way they're going to phase the reopening and stuff. But it's pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Fisher probably knows as well after being away. Can't see anyone heading there this year. Yeah, Fisher, you and Mulvey need to come over here for a session. This was the plan.
That was the plan.
This was the plan.
Bring everyone over, would you?
Yeah. Barbados went into mini lockdown for 2 weeks too, so most of the places have some rules in place. Yeah, I think so.
I think pretty much just about everywhere on the planet is going to have something. It's not going to be 100% open. It's going to be somewhat restricted in some way, shape, or form. If that means you have to wear masks, even if it's just masks, it's still something different.
Yeah. Just I suppose each country has a different. And as I was saying just before you came on, Mulvey, that Perth just shows how strict Australia are with it. There was one community case in Perth today, and they've literally put the whole of Perth, 3 areas of Perth, I think, into lockdown again because of one case. Whereas we're here with 1,000 or something every day, maybe 2,000 every day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. We're going to do the same approach that we've done for the last year that isn't working." But no, we'll have to when you do end up coming back to the side of the world and everything's open up, we'll have to go for a session in Temple Bar.
Yeah, Tanya keeps saying she wants to go to Ireland, so we can do that. Yeah.
No, we're only going to Temple Bar for 1 point though because it's too expensive.
Nah, it's worth it.
You're cheap. I thought, like, if you're cheap, why do you want to go to Temple Bar?
Yeah, it's just a great night out.
Do you really want to spend €12 on a pint of Guinness?
Fisher's paying, so.
That's no problem. Yeah, I'll take that.
Barbados have had 12 deaths and went into lockdown. And yes, so Barbados was because an English couple breaking the rules, wankers.
That's him and Kieran, that.
Was that the one? Was that the same person that was on Love Island? Was that in Barbados? That was somewhere over in the Caribbean. That was like someone from Love Island. Her boyfriend tested positive, and she tried to like ship him out of the country or something. It was all over the news over here. I know. I can't remember her name. He also wants to know where Tanya is.
She's in her video that's out today.
Fair enough.
Last minute, like me.
Yeah, literally on the day.
Yeah, I'd be like that as well. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What else do you say? Yeah, a girl from Love Island. Yeah, absolute ridiculous. Like
shocking behaviour. Like I wouldn't mind public figure as they're called as well. They should know better. Try to fly back that day and give people at the airport COVID.
Fucking hell! What an idiot! Like stay in lockdown for 2 weeks. Like, did you see? I'm sure you've seen the video of the girl who calls herself an influencer who's in Dubai at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an influencer. I'm helping people. No, you're really not, love.
You're helping yourself.
I don't know who she is, but
10,000 followers or something crazy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, she's hardly got any followers.
Yeah. Like, and then people like that being like, "Oh, I have 15,000 followers, and I don't call myself an influencer." No. Like,
Mulvey's an influencer though. That comment on your video.
Yeah,
exactly.
Put it at the end of it just so you knew I wasn't taking the piss out of you. I was like, that actually is really, really nice to see. Like,
yeah. I get some good comments, get some bad comments, and then just loads of general comments. But
I'd say that like the good ones weigh out the bad, especially ones like that where they said like that one yesterday. Someone saying, "When I grow up, I want to travel like you." Like that's real. Like I'm doing something right,
It's not even
yeah. And have you got many like negative, not even on like comments on YouTube, but just like messages or anything about that you're traveling at the moment?
No.
Or
no? I get negative comments all the time in general, just about me or the videos, but nobody's mentioned that I'm traveling. It's so strange.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I think of it is like, if you leave a country that's in lockdown to go to a country that's not in lockdown, but you don't intend to come back to the country that's in lockdown,
that's the problem.
There shouldn't be a problem because it's not as if you're going on your holidays. You're leaving. Mm-hmm. You're going and that's it. I'm not coming back. What I'm doing here in Ireland, or in your case, the UK, is what I'm going to be doing in any other country. I'm going to follow whatever rules that country has.
That's it. I've not broken any rules in any country I've been to yet.
Yeah.
What about Belize?
Yeah. It's just because the rules in these countries are lesser than back home. You'd have to be a moron like that girl to break them. They're hard to break.
Johnny G said, "If you have a shave, your abuse would decrease 50%."
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're being a moron and you're heading off to Dubai, and then to come back to the UK, that's different. Like that's just a real fuck you basically to the people who are following the rules at home. But like if you're up and leaving full time, there shouldn't be really a problem. I don't think anyway.
Well, we are not we don't generally go in big crowds anyway, or I'm too boring to go clubbing now. So
the word was old, Mulvey.
Yeah, old.
As Lee just said there, that the only rule you have broken is sneaking into another country illegally.
Yeah, exactly. That's nothing to do with COVID.
This was an actual law you broke.
So Mulvey actually, if you don't watch his videos, Mulvey decided to rent a kayak when he was in Mexico and kayak over to Belize one day. He actually, what was it, the day beforehand, you cycle like 23 kilometers or something?
60 kilometers.
To get space to only realize that the river he wanted to cross was crocodile infested.
Yep.
Crocodile infested.
Yep.
I think I'd have cried if I had to cycle that much.
I probably would have just been like, "Nah, I'm not coming this far. I'm going over."
Well, I stood there for a while, and it was bigger than I thought because I thought it was like maybe 4 strokes to get across, and you could probably, in my head, you could see if there was any crocodiles, But when I got there, it was a good like 2-minute swim.
Not worth it.
Nah, I looked at it and was like, no. And there was also like fishing wires and stuff in there. It wasn't clean.
British nomad gets killed by crocodile.
Exactly, yeah.
He's Belize Mexican border.
But I went around the town and asked loads of people if they had a boat or a kayak, and nobody had one.
Fair. At least you tried.
Yeah.
You got to do it eventually. I loved when you were saying in your video that the guy who rented you the kayak, the police asked you where you were going. Oh yeah, he's just gone up to the island to see the birds.
Yeah.
Which is great.
The island, there was an island in the middle, and I went past it where the line crosses. So I should have really just got out there and not really broken any laws and just walked around this little tiny island. But I just thought I'd go to that beach.
And it's the island part of Belize.
It's like there's a river mouth, and that the river is the border, and the island's like right in the middle of the mouth. So instead of giving the island to a different country, they just chopped it in half.
Fair.
So I don't think the police wouldn't care if you're on it. Yeah.
So what did you? I remember in the video you were saying there was a little kind of stake sticking out of the water. Did you find out if that was the border, or is that what were they just?
They were just. I think there was something to do with showing the how deep the water is, because it wasn't. I could have touched the floor with my hand.
Yeah, it was like you were literally like you weren't even rowing. I think you were like pushing off the sand, weren't you? Pretty much, like. Yeah,
it was like if you look on Google Maps, you can see where the sand is, and I would have had to go pretty far out to not be able to stand up.
Right, it seemed you could have just walked over.
Yeah.
Need a kayak.
No.
Yeah.
It's taking you a little bit longer though.
Yeah, and the signs saying crocodiles live here.
It's very true.
If it's that shallow, you would see the croc though.
I think so, yeah.
Realistically, if you're walking over and you see a croc, or you're kayaking over in that short or that like shallow,
no
the crocodile's going to get you anyway.
But I've got a paddle, so
that's fair. Put it in his mouth, like keep his mouth open with the paddle.
Yeah.
So what are your plans? How long were you planning on staying in South America for?
Probably till like September, I reckon. So like a full year of traveling, but then we're gonna probably go back to Ukraine because we're not sure what Europe will be like. Ukraine's got no restrictions, by the way. You can just go there if you want.
Nice.
They don't. Half of them don't believe in COVID. More than that.
Fair.
When I got there in July, the taxi driver said to me, "Take your mask off. COVID doesn't exist." And I was like,
Okay. I'd like to keep it on, actually.
Is that or in Kiev?
Say that again.
Is that Odessa or Kiev?
Odessa, yeah. Well, what was strange about that one, because I got he spoke English, and he said, "Where in Ukraine have you been?" I said, "Kiev, Lviv, and now Odessa." And I've been to Odessa before. And he was like, "Lviv?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, Lvov." And I was like, "We're in Ukraine, speak Ukrainian." And he was like, "No, I speak Russian."
Fair.
So Lvov must be... Tanya, Lvov is Russian, right? Yeah, Lvov, Russian, Lviv, Ukrainian. Yeah.
What's the comment from...
There we have Johnny G wants to know, how is your Spanish now versus when you first arrived in Mexico?
Maybe a bit better. I haven't done any lessons. I just have to learn a few words every day to make things easier. And,
just to get you by day to day basis. I know in some of his videos he's like, "Oh yeah, my Spanish is really bad," and then you see him talking to somebody in the restaurant. He's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Oh yeah, your Spanish is really bad." Yeah.
I'm comparing it to like my French or Tanya's English though. When I say like
fair.
How good, yeah.
You're good at French now, aren't you?
Yeah, I had to be. I lived there for a while. Yeah, I didn't have a choice because they don't even try to speak English. They're not interested.
No, well, sure. I remember when I was skiing in France in Teen, there was like a bakery across the road from the hotel we were staying in, and she would not speak to you in English. And like you went in, like, "Oh, can I have one croissant?" And she'd be like, "No, like parle français." We're like, luckily enough, I learned it in school, and one of the girls was actually still studying it in college. So we were told the lads, like, this is how you say, "Can I have whatever?" And she was like, she was delighted. She was like, "Oh yes."
Yeah.
But she was like, she wouldn't speak to you. She wouldn't serve you if you didn't speak to her in French, even though she knew tourists come here who don't know French, they're English speaking or wherever. She's like, "No, learn French if you want to buy out of my bakery."
Yeah, I got that as well. Like as soon as you started speaking French to them, their attitude changed instantly, and everyone was your best friend.
Yeah, that's why I've only been twice, only up in the mountains though. Skiing
Over in near Chamonix, Mont
I've
Blanc.
no idea. I skied in Teen and I skied in Mirabel. Mirabel's up like Les Deux Alpes.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah. I've driven up that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love to go back. Hey, one day. We'd get Lee skiing. We'll get you on a pair of skis. So.
Yeah, we still have the virtual thing, not the virtual day.
The ski voucher.
Ski voucher.
I got Lee a voucher for like there's like a dry slope over here for Christmas last year. Sure, still we've not been able to use it yet. So it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So when I know you were saying that you wanted to do like go to Asia and do like North Korea. Is that still on the cards for this year? Or
Yeah, I've still got it paid for North Korea. It's just on hold until they open the gates.
So do you do like go back to Ukraine before you go there, or?
Yeah, I think I need some new equipment because Tom has my camera. You know, my new GoPro 9.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, Fisher bought it for me in the UK. Give it to Tom, who was meant to come to Colombia, and then restrictions increased. So he's literally got hold of it, waiting for me. So, and I could do with a new laptop as well, I think. So we're gonna go to Ukraine and like use that as a point to get all my stuff. Yeah.
Good idea.
And then go from there after a while or whatever. Head over to Asia, I guess.
Just keep going. Well, I suppose when you like, you know, as you've been saying all along, you're able to work remotely. You can do it.
It'd have been more fun in terms of travel if I didn't have to do daily videos, because it means we have to move constantly or I run out of stuff to post.
Yeah.
But now I stopped today, no, or tomorrow. Now a video just went out 5 minutes ago. So that's my last video.
Stream.
Yeah. But I am going to make one today just explaining, because if you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, if people expect daily videos, they're not going to get one on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'll just make a quick one, probably apartment tour. This is the same apartment, like complex I was in Bogota the first time, you know, with that like mezzanine floor. It was like all wooden doors and stuff.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we're in a different apartment, but it's the same block. So literally, the main street's there outside the window. That's what I keep looking at because there's people walking past.
Otto's appreciate he works better when he's not chatting shit in the office. So
from him.
You rather work remotely than Fisher, is it?
Yeah, of course he would, but he doesn't get to ask me 15 million questions every day.
Never so with your GoPro.
Jesus. Don't let Tom see that comment. But
so you said you were planning on leaving South America in probably about September or so. So where do you plan on being in September? Just because we're planning on being actually in South America at that stage too.
We're gonna probably leave from Brazil because that's probably the easiest position to get out.
Yeah, that's kind of what our thinking is as well.
That was our thinking as well.
We could always if we're there from the beginning of August, all going well. So we definitely try even fly somewhere wherever you'll be in August, because it'd be great to meet up.
We will probably spend, because we only want to really for this trip go to Rio and Sao Paulo.
They're going to do the Amazon.
Maybe another time, but we've got we might do the Amazon in Peru, up in the north east, but we don't know yet. It depends on, because we've got a quarantine in Peru. It's the first time we'll have had to quarantine.
Oh, you have to quarantine when you get in.
So that's fine. Like, we'll just pick a really nice apartment and make sure that we can order food, chill for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
whatever.
Sorted then. Fisher say, where are you two going to in South America? Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So we've just decided we booked a one-way flight. We're flying into Bogota on the 9th, 10th?
9th, yeah. I think we arrive on the 10th.
Something like that. And then we're just going from there. We have a one-way flight booked. So we're going to try do Ecuador, Galapagos,
Venezuela, Peru.
But we definitely want to do Peru to do Machu Picchu. Definitely want to do try to get to the Falkland Islands as well. I really want to see the penguins. I already mentioned that. Did you know?
Are you going to Galapagos, did you say?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
They've got 2 types of penguins there.
I love penguins. But
Why'd you tell her that?
can't miss BA, surely. No, definitely. I'm assuming you mean Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
But yeah, definitely. Like the plan is to kind of do as much as possible.
much of
Like
it as possible,
from
yeah.
Peru, go to Chile, Argentina. Obviously do mainland Argentina and then fly out to the Falklands, and then from there Paraguay, Uruguay, and then up to Brazil. Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah.
Do the Amazon in Brazil, and then probably similar to you, do Rio, and probably fly out from there.
Yeah, I don't think Uruguay and Argentina will be open by the time you're there, because I don't know if you know Patty. She's in our YouTube group, or was in it.
Yeah.
She's in Argentina, and she's like, "There's just no talk of it opening at all."
Wow.
So
Well,
and
Argentina, and we can't go to the Falklands. We have to go to the Galapagos. I have to see the penguins.
We're going to the Galapagos anyway.
Okay, cool. Just saying. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, just take it as it comes. Obviously, whatever country we can get into, and just see what the restrictions are at the time, and just go with the flow. If we can't go to a country, we can't go.
We'll just have to do it.
Come back another time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what have you been doing? Obviously, are you kind of just booking your flights as you go? You're not like a plan.
Yeah, in these countries, you have to. In some of them, you have to have an exit route.
Yeah, I know.
And,
you do.
Land borders are all closed, so you can't even book a cheap bus ticket.
Oh.
So you have to book a flight. Yeah.
Right, okay. So what are your plans then after? Have you like set plans after Ecuador? Or
yeah, we've booked the flight to Peru, but it's on LATAM, and they let you do flexible bookings, so you can just change it.
We were actually looking at them for.
Oh, I don't think it was them.
I think LATAM were one of the they were like fly from wherever, but they were like one of the airlines we could have chosen. Maybe I was looking from Colombia to somewhere else.
Maybe from Colombia to somewhere else.
So would they be? Were you saying they were the ones that are quite like the Ryanair of here?
Kind of
no, they're not. They're not the cheapest, but they're like the biggest. They're in every country down here.
So they're most reliable, I'd say.
Don't know if you've seen Tom's video where they just cancelled his flight without telling anyone. He'll disagree. He was stood in the airport and he just couldn't get out of Argentina.
Not seen that video.
No,
I'll have to go look at that one.
But there is a company called Avianca, and they're a lot more expensive, but they've got flights like every day to everywhere, and it's 100% refund and change flight, everything.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But they're expensive. They're expensive for flights in such a small space, because like to fly to Quito tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. The flight's only like an hour and 20 minutes, but if you book at Avianca, the flight's like £250 or 300 something.
Wow. Yeah, for such a short flight.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one you were saying is a lot cheaper? You were saying it's like £40, £50.
There's loads. There is some LATAM cheap flights. There's one called Wingo. That's pretty cheap. That's who we're flying with tomorrow to Ecuador.
Oh, okay. And how are you finding like flights? Is there like, are they busy? Are they full? Or
nah, half to full. The one yesterday was somewhere near full, but they're not empty at all.
So people still are traveling, even though there's
definitely.
And what did you? I know you were saying when you were in one of your videos this week that obviously Colombia had gone into lockdown again. Do they have like a set time for their lockdown? Or
Yeah. So in Bogota, when we left, it was Friday to Monday, and then they opened again. Yeah, and then they did it again Friday to Monday, and then I think a third time.
So are they doing curfews as well then, or is it?
I think there's a curfew in every city here, like 11 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I suppose they're probably doing it right Friday to Monday, because that's obviously when more people will be out and about, and if you have a lockdown on those days, people can't go anywhere, which means people can't go anywhere. So
yeah. And there's in Bogota, there's army and police on every corner, so you can't even try to break it.
And I can only imagine if you were to get arrested there, you're rightly screwed.
Yeah.
Colombian as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry if you can hear her.
It's Lee's niece screaming shit. What did Fisher say? Peru will be amazing. Argentina as well. Oh, that's if we get in.
Yeah, Fisher, do you wanna meet me in Peru? You can bring a new laptop for me and my camera.
You wouldn't want to break it, no doubt.
No.
Even look at those two girls. The Michaela McCollum and the other girl.
Yeah, the mules. Yeah,
The drug mules. Yeah, that was funny. They got caught. They flew from Ibiza. I don't know if you remember this. One was Scottish, was Northern Irish. They flew from Ibiza over to Colombia and got caught on the way back.
Yeah, see, I remember that.
No, as well, by the way.
I wonder if Martin has a child in his cupboard. No, that's actually in these.
That's my
Yeah.
niece.
You bet I'll be there. Yeah, you'll have to make sure you go get his camera off the scouts.
he's gonna be there.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's great. It's like I'd love to be able to have a job that you just.
The thing is, though, because we work together, but he struggles with starting late, so he starts getting up at 3 a.m. when we're over here. I don't. I get up at 7 or 6, depending on where we are. But he gets up at 3 and starts work.
The UK hours, like.
Yeah, try to.
Costa Rica is on my list. He says.
Costa Rica is North America, though, isn't it?
Central, isn't it?
Central, yeah.
North, the continent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in Central America, mainly just like that like line that line that goes from Mexico down. I'd love to do all the countries along there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were thinking that at the end of the year next year, it depends. We don't know what the temperature is in like Asia and stuff, and if it's cold, we might just go and do like the islands and the Central America bits. I don't know. It doesn't really. Can't plan.
Yeah, just kind of see how it goes, I suppose.
Yeah.
And especially the way things are now, because things are just going to get cancelled, and you're just like do it the way you've been doing it, where you're literally just taking it as it comes and planning it kind of a week or two in advance. You're better off that way.
Yeah, I mean the lockdown and restriction stuff doesn't affect us that much because we could just chill for 2 weeks. It's not a problem. But if you're taking annual leave off, so you've got your 2-week holiday, you've got your 2 weeks before, and then you've got your 2 weeks after. And if you can't work from home, that's 6 weeks off.
Yeah, exactly.
For a 2-week holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and most people don't have 6 weeks.
No, like we're both lucky that we can work from home here. Like we can't work remotely, but we can work from home. So it is good, like that. If we did go away, we could probably get away with doing the 2 weeks working from home.
Yeah.
But again, at the moment, there's really nowhere to go. Everywhere is like Ireland is a no, so don't come here.
Yeah.
I can't type, so I'm leaving. Had 2 hours sleep, so an early night is needed. Speak to y'all soon. Thanks for joining in, Fisher. Enjoy your catching up on your jet lag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you'll have just got home, won't you?
That's one thing I don't miss.
No, I struggled with it bad. Coming to and from Australia a couple of times. It's not nice at all. No.
When we landed in Mexico, so me and Tanya flew from Turkey to Paris, and Fisher and Sam flew from Heathrow to Paris. Then we all got on the same flight to Mexico. And when we got there, I knew I wouldn't sleep on the plane. So I was like, I'm just going to get some food and then go and chill and fall asleep. Fisher and Sam went out, went on a night out.
Look, I suppose like you were still like 4 hours, technically from Turkey, 4 hours ahead of them.
Yeah.
So, I can only imagine your body clock being literally all over the place.
Yeah, I got there and I was like, I watched a bit of Netflix and was just like, right, I'll go to bed even though it's like 8 o'clock.
Fair. Get yourself an early night.
Refreshed your day, though.
Yeah.
That's a night out. That's what the first time I flew to Australia, I left here during the day and I got to Australia, I think it was like 7 in the evening or 6:30 in the evening, I think. And flew in, my brother and sister collected me from the airport and brought me to my brother's house. And they were literally like, right, so it's somebody's birthday. We're going on a night out to Darling Harbour. Get yourself dressed. And I was like, what? I slept in 24 hours. They're like, yeah, no, it'll be fine because otherwise you'll just go to sleep. So we bring you out on a night out now. So then, like, I think it was like I do this when I'm drunk normally anyway. But like 2 o'clock, I was like in the middle of the club and I was just like,
yeah,
asleep. And my sister was just sitting beside me, going, "You're all right. It's okay. Like you'll have a good night's sleep now." But I was so all over the place because I was just like in my head. It's just. I need to be asleep. I'm so on the wrong time. They're like, no, you have to come out and drink because you feel better than if you come out and drink.
No, the funniest thing Leah does when she's drinking is she'll say, oh, I need to go to the toilet. And she'll be gone more about 5 minutes, and you're like, right, she's gone to bed. I've done it. I've seen many a time.
It's called an Irish
everyone-
goodbye. You leave without telling anybody.
That's what Tanya says. What do you, Tanya? When you say somebody leaves a party and doesn't say goodbye, what do you call it? English goodbye. Leah's just called it an Irish goodbye.
Yeah, and they say French goodbye, like English or something.
So we're all the same. I do that all the time. I literally just, when I get bored, I just leave.
Why do I like? Why should I have to explain myself? Because then people are like, "Oh, why are you leaving?" Oh, I don't. I'm like, if I just leave, then that's it. I'm just done and over with.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just shout from the door, "See you later," then go.
Let's leave her phone everywhere though when she's doing it. Like she'd be grand. Oh yeah, I'll come back out in a minute for that grand. Her phone be just sitting out in the middle of nowhere, like, and she's just in the bed.
By the middle of nowhere, he means like still in the house. Like it's not as if I leave my phone in the middle of like the field or something.
You mean like you did in Malahide?
Oh, yeah. But I wasn't drinking then.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, positive. It was the middle of the day. I'm not drinking. I don't drink.
Johnny G has a few comments in there.
And geez, it's 2 hours sleep. That's all I get every night. Max 3. Oh God, no.
No, I normally get about 4 hours sleep a night, 5 hours sleep maybe max.
No, like
Absolutely, all the way.
I'm up for, if I say start at 7:30, start work at 7:30, I need to be asleep by like 10 o'clock, 10:30 to get a good night's sleep. Otherwise, I'm a narky.
I start at 9 and I'm normally asleep at about 4, wake up at about 8:30 ish.
And what way do you do your hours working from obviously a different country? Do you have to work crazy hours or?
No, I can work whenever I want. But I like waking up early. So I'll either get up at 6 or 7 and just start, and then finish sometime around 2.
I suppose the earlier you get started, the earlier you get finished.
Yeah, because then we can go do stuff in the afternoon. But in Turkey, sometimes we'd go out to the beach in the morning and then start work at like what would be like 10 o'clock there.
Okay.
So that'd be what 2 o'clock in the UK then, would it be?
No, it would have been the other way. It would have been like,
Yeah, sorry, backwards.
So
yeah.
would it be
Stupid.
normal kind of starting
Normally
hours?
being stupid.
yeah.
I suppose
So yeah,
at least you don't have to work, even though you're working remotely, at least you don't have to work on the UK hours.
well, that's one thing I said to Fisher. I was like, well, I'll stay in Europe. And he was like, well, if you go to South America, just start early, but it'll be late for us. It won't really matter. I was like, yeah, you got a good point. It doesn't make any difference.
I suppose at least you still, when they're finished, at least somebody's still
There.
there working. So they're kind of getting more hours in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for my job. I've just got set projects to complete. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So, like, we have a team meeting in the morning, but sometimes if he needs me on it, they'll just do it in the afternoon, which is my morning.
That's handy.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Nice for you. Johnny G said, where's good to go to in Ireland? Only been to Dublin, Derry and Belfast. Was thinking Donegal next. Donegal is meant to be beautiful. We haven't explored it
No.
properly.
but
It's been when I was younger, but
I'd recommend Kerry.
Kerry is out of this world. We have a series on our channel.
Clare as well.
Killarney National Park is by far the most beautiful place I've ever been to in Ireland. And Killarney's a good night out as well if you enjoy a night out.
Clare's pretty good though.
Clare's really good. Cork is great.
Cork's great, yeah.
But yeah, like Derry's brilliant.
I love Derry.
Yeah, we done Derry there last year and we learned all about like the troubles on Bloody Sunday, which was actually 49 years ago yesterday.
41 years ago yesterday.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, see, a lot of people when they come to Ireland, they just go to Dublin. Although Galway, I'm very
Galway's a
surprised you've
great
never been to
spot.
Galway actually. Galway's great. It's great.
Fisher went to Galway not recently, in the last couple of years, and he was like, because he got to Dublin, drove to Galway, and it looked like a decent place.
It's a right
Yeah,
spot, yeah.
Galway City is beautiful, and again, great nights out. And then you have like Galway is right in like the Gaeltacht, like Connemara is like where
Irish speaking.
Irish is their first language rather than English. So it's real like old school, middle of nowhere, proper what people see Ireland in the movies, you know, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kilkenny as well.
Kilkenny's a good night out.
Kilkenny
is where all like the hen and stag parties go.
All right.
It's always a good night out.
The Blackpool of of Ireland.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Finn and Meg said they go to Donegal annually. It's beautiful, favorite part of Ireland. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we
somewhere.
definitely need to go to Donegal.
No, yeah, I've not been. I went to last time I was in Donegal. I went to Bundoran with school, for a college or a French college for a week. Basically, it was like a French college in Donegal. We went surfing.
Last time I was there, I was in what's it called again? Where Finn Harps play. I can't remember whereabouts in Donegal it is. If it was for a
Letterkenny?
No, for a Bray game anyway. For a Bray Wanderers against the Finn Harps football game, and it was where the stadium was a kip. It was horrible.
No, I just remembered. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, no, Donegal itself, anything I've seen of it looks unbelievable.
Yeah, like the mountains and stuff. Mount Errigal isn't Donegal. That'd be beautiful.
Ballybuffet, that's the name of it, sorry.
I just remembered the last time I was actually in Donegal. Here's a story for you. I went on a night out in Dublin and I ended up in Donegal. Donegal's probably a 5-hour drive from Dublin. Yeah. I was in college. We went for lunch with some of the girls that I'd been skiing with. And one of the girls is from Letterkenny in Donegal. And she, two of her friends were down. One of them was like in one of the main hospitals in Ireland for an appointment. And they were down and they were driving back up. And we just randomly all got in the car with them and drove up to Donegal. And I was just like, rang mom and I was like, I got to Donegal, I'll be back tomorrow. And she literally was like, as long as you're back for your classes tomorrow in college, I was like, yeah, I will. Went for a night out in Letterkenny. Literally, I had no money. I think I had about €10 on my bank account. Got a bus back down at like 7 a.m. and made it back for my 1 p.m. lecture. And I was in bits. I was just like, rocked up to my lecture and everybody was like, yeah, you were in those clothes yesterday. You all right? And I was just like, yeah, I'm literally only back from Donegal. And they were like, what? So I was like, yeah, I went on a night out in Donegal last night. That was the last time I was there, so I didn't see much of it. Johnny G, I'm 51 now, so I remember all the troubles of TV as a kid. Never imagined in my wildest dreams I'd go there for entertainment one day. Same with a fair few countries, though, world changes.
World does change, yeah.
Yeah, really. Like we've heard, obviously we grew up hearing about the troubles.
Never lived through
them. But then we went to Derry. We did a tour. I had a tour guide and he like explained what it was like living there during. It's just absolute madness. Like it's really eye-opening. You don't really, you just hear about it a lot, especially like the UK and Ireland. You'd hear obviously about it. But the IRA.
You don't realize how close it is to home, though.
No, definitely not. Like one of the guys we know from Derry, he his like he was telling us stories about his mom and stuff, like when she grew up in the middle of it, like was getting shot at by the army. And crazy, really. But like as Jenny said, he's just like, what did he say? The world changes. Yeah,
world does change.
Like that, I suppose. Like, Mulvey, like you're heading off to North Korea. I'd say, a couple of years ago, you had to tell someone you're going to North Korea. Although now, if you tell someone you're going to North Korea, they probably still would tell you you're crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's just like a tourist attraction. Nothing's going to happen.
They have a dictatorship and all, but like it's still a country at the end of the day. I'm sure it has good parts as well as the bad parts. Yeah,
a lot of beauty is it.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not allowed to go see any of that, but it probably exists.
You're only allowed in a certain little area, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's another
with a guide.
Yeah, there's another country over that way. I think it was in Dark Tourist. Also actually, King and It had it in their documentary as well from when they done the Mongol rally. There was one of the stands, and it was like
Turkmenistan.
Was it Turkmenistan?
Yeah.
You literally drove into this huge city, and you weren't allowed to go. Like you literally had to go from the border to your hotel, and then when you were leaving your hotel out, that was it. Like I think the only thing they said they could see there was the what's that? Like the fire pit that's constantly on. I remember the name of it, but they were like in their video, they're basically saying you can see nothing. You see what they want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's madness.
Yeah. You've been to some of the stands, haven't you?
No.
Have you not?
No, we were gonna do that, but then we were sat in Serbia thinking of where we're gonna go next. Kazakhstan opened for Tanya, Kyrgyzstan opened for me, but not the other way around, so we couldn't go to either. And then Fisher popped up with, we were talking about Mexico, and anyway, now we're over here.
How does it work for you? In terms of, yes, you're from the UK, but you've not been in the UK for 6 months. Do they still classify you as being from the UK and we don't let people
They're not allowed to. They've got to class me as now being Colombian in terms of COVID. But when we were leaving Mexico, I knew the day before I was talking to Tanya, I was like, something's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not going to be allowed in Colombia. So let's figure out what we're going to do when we land. Let's fly to Brazil because they'll just let me in. And we got to the airport in Mexico, and it was the Mexican airline who wouldn't let me on the plane. And they were like, no, you're British. And I was like, that's not the fucking rules. You can't. No, the rule is anybody in the last 2 weeks who's been to the UK can't come into Colombia. You're an airline. You're not the Colombian immigration. Anyway, he pulled his phone out because I was like, I've been in Mexico for 3 months. You've been in different countries than me. I haven't. I've been here for 3 months. And then he called immigration in Colombia, who said, yeah, send him through.
He's coming from Mexico, like, you know. Be different if he were on a
connecting flight.
connecting coming from the UK. That's different, like.
Yeah. The guy in immigration in Colombia literally went, where have you been for the last however long? And I was like, Mexico for 3 months. And he went, yeah, cool.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, didn't care. Just go on.
Which pretty realistic is the way to do it, though. Like,
yeah.
You're probably
Like, now,
being from countries. It's just,
yeah, so I look on, there's a map, covidcontrols.co, and you can type in where you've been, and it shows you what the regulations are for the country that you want to go to. So I put Colombia for Ecuador, and it's green. I can go.
Oh, that's good.
And then from Ecuador to Peru, it's the same, but everybody's got to quarantine for 2 weeks, so it doesn't matter where you're from.
Fair. And like you said, like it's easily doable, and it'd probably be nice for you to take a break for the 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll just I'd look for an apartment, maybe that one that's got like some gym equipment in or something where we can do something.
Yeah,
keep you out time for at least an hour every day, kind of thing. Like,
I mean, I have no issue with just chilling, doing nothing. So
I have a cousin who just flew to Australia. She's gone over to play for one of the AFL teams over there since she plays Gaelic football over here for Dublin. But she had quarantine in Brisbane for 2 weeks, but she was still exercising. Like, she was doing 5-kilometer walks every day. I'm going, how? She's like walking around the hotel room reading a book.
right,
Even outside the hotel room. I could not imagine doing 5 kilometers walking around in circles. Like, drive me
I'd be
crazy.
dizzy.
It would drive me crazy.
I'd be dizzy.
Like, she's doing full-on workouts, so she kept herself occupied.
Decent.
Anyway, will we wrap up?
Yeah, right. I'll jump off. So if anyone's still here, see you later.
So, plug yourself.
Oh yeah, subscribe. Just type the word there. There. Type that in on YouTube, and I'll come up at the top.
Thanks for joining us, Wolvie.
No worries.
People who is traveling at the moment. So
So,
that will
right.
be.
It will be.
See you in a bit. See you later.
Cheers, Wolvie.
So yeah, with that being said, then we've been live for the last hour and 15 minutes
15
nearly.
minutes. Yeah, if you've stuck around, thanks very much.
Appreciate everyone being here who's been here.
So hopefully, what Mulvey's doing, we'll be doing in a few months, and we'll actually be releasing proper travel content.
We might need to, if Peru is quarantine, we might need to actually strategically plan that one then. So have a build up of videos
To be able to edit and stuff.
Edit for them 2 weeks.
That's a good idea. We'll figure it out.
Because then that will give us time to get the content ready and stuff like that. So.
And then we don't need to worry about like constantly editing them. So we'll have just loads out.
Free run.
This is it. Anyway, we're going to wrap up, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And if you've stuck around for the whole hour, cheers.
And if you are new, like, subscribe, and notice. They're not going to pop up because Leah isn't editing this, but do it anyway.
Ciao, Johnny.
Ciao.
Thanks so much for joining in.
All right. Slán a bhaile.
Bye.
Peace.